A landmark study by Thomas Stanley and William Danko, published as The Millionaire Next Door, found that 80% of American millionaires are first-generation wealthy. They did not inherit it, they built it, on incomes that, in most cases, were not dramatically higher than the people around them. The difference was not what they earned. It was 6 specific behaviors that determined what they kept, grew, and passed on. According to the Federal Reserve's 2022 survey of consumer finances, the median net worth of Americans aged 55 to 64 is approximately $364,500. For the top 10% of earners in the same age bracket, the median net worth is over $3.5 million. The income difference between those two groups is real, but it is not the primary explanation for the wealth difference. The behavioral difference is. The 6 behaviors below are practiced consistently by wealth accumulators across every income level. None of them require a high salary. All of them require a decision. Stay until the 6th behavior, because that one is the least obvious, and arguably the most powerful of everything on this list. 6 behaviors, documented across decades of research on actual high net worth individuals. In order of impact. Behavior 1, they pay themselves first. Before the lifestyle decides, wealthy accumulators, the term Stanley and Danko use for people who consistently build more wealth than their income predicts, invert the sequence that most people follow. A fixed percentage moves to savings and investment the moment income arrives, before bills, before groceries, before any discretionary spending. This is not discipline in the traditional sense, it is engineering. The system removes the temptation by removing the visibility of the money. The target for genuine wealth accumulation, minimum 20% of gross income. Many high net worth individuals in the Stanley and Danko dataset save 30 to 40%. A 2024 Fidelity investment study found that Americans who automate their savings contributions accumulate 42% more wealth over a 10-year period than those who save manually on the same income. In the US, Roth IRA at Fidelity or Schwab automate contributions on payday. In Canada, TFSA at Wealthsimple, one setup step runs permanently. Behavior 2, they are obsessed with investment costs. John Bogle calculated that over a 50-year investment horizon, 1% in annual investment fees compounds to approximately 40% of your ending portfolio value, gone to costs. On $500,000 at retirement, that is $200,000 paid in fees that never compounded for you. In the US, FXAIX on Fidelity, 0.015% per year. SWPPX on Schwab, 0.02% per year. In Canada, XEQT on Wealthsimple, 0.20% for global equity exposure. Most mutual funds charge between 0.5% and 1.5% annually. The difference between 0.02% and 1% on a $200,000 portfolio over 30 years. At 8% gross return is approximately $180,000 in ending value. Cost obsession is not penny pinching. It is the understanding that every fee is a return you give away permanently, compounded forever. Behavior 3, they live below the level their income permits. The most counterintuitive finding in The Millionaire Next Door, the majority of verified millionaires in the study drove ordinary American-made vehicles, lived in middle-class neighborhoods, and spent modestly on visible status markers. Prodigious accumulators of wealth live significantly below what their income permits. Underaccumulators live at or above it. A $250,000 salary does not build wealth if consumed by a $250,000 lifestyle. The neighborhoods full of expensive cars and large houses were full of people who looked wealthy. The moderate neighborhoods were full of people who actually were. According to Experian's 2024 State of Credit Report, Americans with the highest credit scores, a proxy for financial discipline, spend an average of 28% less on discretionary categories than those with average scores at equivalent income levels. The restraint is not deprivation. It is a decision about where the money goes next. The gap between income and lifestyle is the only number that matters for wealth accumulation. Behavior. 4. They use tax-advantaged accounts before anything else. $500,000 in a Roth IRA at retirement, withdrawn completely tax-free. The same $500,000 in a taxable brokerage, subject to capital gains, tax of 15 to 20% on the gains. On $300,000 of gains, that is $45,000 to $60,000 in avoidable taxes. In 2025, Roth IRA contribution limit, $7,000 per year, $8,000 if over 50. 401k limit, $23,500 per year, $31,000 if over 50. In Canada, TFSA, $7,000 per year with unlimited lifetime growth tax-free. RRSP, 18% of prior year's earned income, up to $32,490 for 2025. Wealthy accumulators maximize tax-advantaged space first, every year without exception, before a single dollar goes into a taxable account. The account type is not a minor detail. It is a decision worth tens of thousands of dollars over a working lifetime. Behavior 5. They do not try to time the market. A Fidelity Investments internal study found the best performing accounts in their dataset over a multi-year period belonged to investors who had either forgotten they had an account or were deceased. The accounts that sat untouched outperformed the accounts that were actively managed by their owners. The Dalbar Quantitative Analysis of Investor Behavior 2024 shows the average equity fund investor underperformed the S&P 500 by approximately 4 to 5% annually over the past 30 years. Not because of bad funds, but because of behavioral decisions, selling during corrections, buying after rallies, switching funds after a bad quarter. Inaction, it turns out, is a strategy. And it is a strategy most people cannot implement psychologically, because doing nothing feels like negligence. The fix: automate contributions and remove real-time access. Do not connect your brokerage account to your phone's home screen. Remove the ability to react emotionally. The market will drop. The investor who cannot press the sell button is the investor who recovers. Behavior 6. They invest in financial education as a continuous practice. Stanley and Danko found a consistent pattern. Prodigious accumulators spent significantly more hours per year studying their personal finances, planning investments, and educating themselves about money than their under-accumulating peers at similar income levels. Financial knowledge does not just improve individual decisions, it compresses the timeline on every financial goal. Because you make fewer expensive mistakes. The average expensive financial mistake, wrong account type, panic sell, missed tax-advantaged contribution, high fee fund, has a measurable dollar cost that, compounded, runs into the tens to hundreds of thousands. A 2023 TIAA Institute study found that Americans who score in the top quartile of financial literacy accumulate nearly twice the retirement wealth of those in the bottom quartile, at the same income levels. The knowledge gap is a wealth gap. And unlike income, education is freely available. Here is the real outcome. A person earning $75,000 per year who applies all 6 behaviors builds an estimated $1.2 to $1.8 million over 35 years. A person earning the same income who applies none arrives at the Federal Reserve's median, approximately $134,000 at age 55 to 64. Same income, same economy, same 35 years. The difference is 6 behaviors, all available, all free, and all learnable. Subscribe and tell us in the comments, which of these 6 behaviors are you already doing? And which one are you starting today? These behaviors were never secret. They were just not taught. No income level is enough without the habits that protect and grow it. The tools are available, the behaviors are clear, the information is right here. The only variable left is you. The gap between where you are and where wealthy accumulators are is not luck, inheritance, or income. It is 6 decisions, and you now know every one of them. That ends today. Will you start? Disclaimer: the content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in these videos constitutes financial, investment, tax, or legal advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions.